Mr. Kazim asked a lot of questions about life in Belarus for a foreigner in general. So in this video, I'm going to take my time to reply to all the questions that he asked, and I'm sure the question is also going to be relevant to you. So stay tuned. So the first question I got from Mr. Kazim is, he said, my questions goes this: how is life for Black peoples in Belarus? All right, so just like other Western countries like the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, Poland, Italy, life in Belarus is the same like other Western countries. Okay. Generally, whenever you go to any of these countries, so far as you are a foreigner, well, some citizens there are gonna want you around, while others will not want you around. So it's a general thing for every Western country, wherever you go at all. These things always happen. But the good thing is the president of Belarus is highly against racism, so it is not actually pronounced here. If any citizens indulge in such acts, the citizen can be arrested by the police for such acts because it is against the rules and regulations of this country. So yeah, it is not pronounced here, if that answers your question. And then the second question he asked is it advisable for someone to come to Belarus on a visit visa or tourist visa with the hope of getting a job before it elapses and change to a temporary permit? All right, so this is how visiting or tourist visa works. You're just going to get an invitation from someone, the citizen who is here, or someone with a permanent residence here. You're going to get an invitation letter from the immigration center and send it to you. You get your visa and then you come down to Belarus. So usually this short stay visa, you get 1 month visa. And once you enter the country, you can prolong it for 3 months, right? So within these 3 months, you are expected to either go back after it elapses, or if you want to stay back, you can get a legal job that will keep you here, or you buy a property that will keep you here, or you open your own business as a director and start running your business here, or you get married. Whichever one, you have to do something to stay here after the time elapses, right? And if you're able to secure any of this, you're not going to have any problem, and you're going to stay here legally with your temporary residence permit. Okay. And then the next question he asked is, how many years is the permit? Okay, so the temporary residence permit, after you get something that will keep you here legally, this temporary residence permit is usually issued for 1 year, right? And after 1 year, you can renew it, and then you can continue living here legally. And then the next question is, when can you file for an indefinite to remain or any hope of getting the PR? Okay, so this is how the PR system, the permanent residence, works in Belarus. Once you're here legally, if you live here either as a student or as a worker, if you live here legally for 5 years, you're qualified to apply for a residence permit. Or if you come in here and you get married to a citizen or to someone who is holding a permanent residence here, then you can apply for your permanent residence permit. And for the first time you're applying for this permanent residence, you're going to get 2 years permanent residence. And within this period, the immigrations are going to monitor you, for this period. If you don't break their rules, if you abide by the rules and regulations, after the 2 years, it will be extended for another 10 years, right? And after 10 years, you can apply for citizenship. You can just take the Russian language. If you pass it, you can apply for a citizenship and get your passport. So yeah, so that's how it works here. And the other question he asked is, how is the payment and survival cost, e.g. housing, transportation, feeding, internet, and more? All right, so generally, the payment and survival cost here is quite affordable. The cost of living here in Belarus is really, really cheap, right? So getting an apartment, for example, if you want to live in the student hostel or another hostel, you can get a hostel space for as low as $70 per month. So that is how affordable this place is. And if you want to live in a shared apartment, A shared apartment is just an apartment with 2 or 3 rooms or more, and everyone is entitled to their own rooms. You have your key to your own room within this apartment, but you share the common areas like the kitchen, toilet, and bedroom, right? So you can get this shared apartment for as low as $100 to $150 or $200 range with it for a month, right? So that's how affordable it is. And if you want to get a single room apartment with a single room, a balcony, a kitchen, toilet, you can get it for as low as $250 to $500 per month, depending on your taste, right? And your budget. So that's how cheap getting the house in Belarus is. And we spoke about transportation. Yeah, we have different forms of transportation here. We have the metro, we have the bus, we have the trolleybus, we have the tram, whichever one you want to use. There's a general card that covers all these transport systems. And with as low as $15, you can buy this card or renew it for a month. And you can use it within all these transport systems without any problem for a month. So that's how cheap it is. And also he asked about feeding. Yeah, foodstuffs here are generally cheap and quite affordable. With as low as $100, you can buy food that will keep you throughout the month, and you will eat and eat very well. Trust me. So that's how cheap and affordable foodstuffs in Belarus are. And he also spoke about internet and more. Internet is also quite affordable. My telephone internet, I don't even use up to $8 per month. So that's how affordable and cheap the cost of living in Belarus is. Okay, and then he said any government benefits residents are entitled to. All right, so if you're a permanent residence holder, you are entitled to free medical care, right? You can go to any of the polyclinics and you can be attended to free of charge, except if it is for a severe case that involves operation and you're just going to pay some part of this money, right? And also as a temporary residence holder with your visa and your insurance, you can also get some minor treatments and checkups for free in the hospital. But if it increases, like if it is for a severe case, you have to pay for it. So yeah, so those are some of the benefits. And also he said people talk more about the teaching job in Belarus. Can you please explain more on how to get it? All right, so generally I worked as an English teacher before when I came here. So the new generations right now, they are learning a lot of languages like English, French, Polish, Arabic. They're learning these languages because most of them want to work in international companies, and most of them also want to work as translators for other languages, and some of them also want to travel to other countries where these languages are spoken officially. So a lot of them are learning and improving their language skills right now. So you can actually get an English teaching job, right? Where you get to earn as an English teacher or a different language teacher. And you can find these jobs on rabota.by, which is the general and official website for job applications in Belarus. So you just put in your CV there, put in your experiences, work, education, everything, and you can apply to these job offers. You just search using the keyword, and all the applications in this area are going to pop out, and you can apply to them. And you either get an invitation or you get rejected. So you just keep applying and you can get the job. So yeah, I've attended to these questions. If you have any question in mind that I have not addressed yet, you can let me know in the comment section, or you can check out my channel or my page to watch more videos about how to get student visa, work visa, tourist visa, business visa to come to Belarus, and how you can go about all of this and life in Belarus in general. So I'll see you in this video. Bye.